What's going on, everybody? It's your girl. I posted that I was gonna go live, but I did it about 20 minutes ago, and then when I logged back in, it didn't look like the notification was sent out. So I'm gonna give everybody a few seconds to see if some people come in the house. Don't know what happened to the notification. I thought I sent it out, but I don't know. So we'll see. I hope everybody's doing well. Um, it's almost time for winter, in my opinion. I feel like we went straight from uh, summer to winter. We didn't really have a fall. Um, I mean, maybe 2 weeks of fall weather, and it just is crazy. So every single day, I think this week, let me look that up real quick. We're gonna have a hard frost, or the nights are gonna get below freezing. It's 55 degrees right now, and let me see. So, you know, yeah, well, not every day. So today and tomorrow, okay. Well, tonight is supposed to get down to 31 degrees. And then the rest of 35 is tomorrow, 35 degrees, the low, but that could be different, you know. But the rest of the week, it look like it's going to be in the 40s. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, 40 degrees. Thursday, Friday, 27 and 29 degrees. Okay, Saturday, 33 degrees is the low, and then Sunday 43 degrees, 36. Okay, so I'm trying to do is think out loud about uh when I absolutely need to get these fig trees um in its resting place for the winter, because I was told, what I was told, and then from doing research, my understanding is that I need to let a frost or two hit the fig trees, so they'll go dormant. Well, that has happened, and there are still leaves on the fig trees, and the leaves don't look that terrible. So I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should go ahead and just knock all the leaves off and put them up, or if I should let another frost hit them. So I decided that I'm going to let another frost hit them. And I did a scratch test. They're still alive. They're fine. But, by Thursday, I need to have them put up, because they're going to get another frost after tonight. And then Thursday and Friday, they're definitely going to get frost. So I think I don't want to kill them, but I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this out still, because I'm a beginner. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So before I started my live stream, I was watching the Backyard Gardener. She was shutting down her garden for the season. And so what she was doing was taking all the leaves off. I think she let her fig trees get a frost or two as well. And so I'm just trying to, like, what should I do? Make up my mind and then move on. So, if you saw I don't know if you did, but if you saw the notification for the video or for the live stream, there was a picture of my garden, and I thought I was going to keep my garden kind of small and just do like sugar snap peas and collard greens, but now it's turned into radishes, salad mix, peas. There's two different varieties of peas, and pak choy, and I got some herbs, mint, parsley, and oregano. And I got a lot of pak choy, a lot, and radishes, and let's see. I didn't sow carrots. Oh, red mustard greens. I sowed some of those a couple days ago. Hey, backyard gardening, welcome. It's good to see you. I am just getting out my thoughts. Oh, my day it has been great. It's been really busy. I usually don't go live on Sundays. I have in the past a few times, but I was just like, oh man, I want to talk to my peeps. I just got in from the garden, just wrapping some stuff up, and then literally wrapping things up before the nightfall hit, and sowed some more seeds. I moved some seedlings out of its location and put it in another location and covered them up so the frost won't hit them. I'm going to get another frost tonight. So yeah, everything is pretty good today. It's been a great day. I'm just really exhausted, but we all don't get enough rest. Most of us don't. Thank you so much for watching that. I really appreciate that. I'm trying my best to figure out ways, to deal with if I want to grow and the weather is in this condition where it's really cold, we're getting frost, for little to nothing, what can I do? And sometimes you do have to invest the money, but I was watching some other channels and got the idea about the trash bag. I tried the trash bag last early in the spring, and that was just off the whim. I used it to cover my peas up, and because I kept getting these frosts and the pea plants were not that far along, and it worked then. I kind of sort of forgot about that until I saw some other videos on other channels. I was like, oh yeah, I could just use trash bags. Now, trash bags aren't ideal if you have, bigger than, a pot or a bucket or, something like that. They're not that great. If you have a 4x4 bed, you probably want to get some plastic and a cold frame or make a hoop, little hoop house or low tunnel or something. But I'm just working with what I got. So I feel like I do really try to do that. Number one, it keeps the cost down. Number two, we have a lot of things just laying around that we don't even use in our house. And specifically, I'm talking about me they're sitting there collecting dust. And so why go out and spend more money if I can just try to repurpose? And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm cool with that. I just want to try before I go spend money. So I did buy the burlap. The roll of burlap is like 100 feet, I think. It was only like $11, so that's not bad. Um, at Lowe's is where I got it, one of those big box stores. So yeah, so I'm just hanging out. I was talking about the frost coming because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my fig trees. I have decided officially that I will not put them in the ground. I will leave them in their buckets. I'm going to make sure they're all drained very well so they're not sopping wet when I put them in, when I get ready to put them up. But I'm going to just do several layers of insulation. So I'm going to try to do I got newspaper, I got cardboard, I got brown paper, just like wrapping paper like you use in the mail. I have burlap and some twine and leaves. So I'm going to create insulation as much as I can. I'm going to put them in the shed and let them be. And if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. There's nothing I can do about it. I really just don't have the space to bring them in my house. And the shed doesn't have any windows, so to be closed, they will be dormant. I will just have to go to the shed to water them maybe once a month and then call it a day. Um, if plant gets stable in the ground will survive through the winter, yes. And my concern is if I put it in there now that it wouldn't be in time because our weather is pretty much like wintertime right now anyway. And so that's why I don't want to put them in the ground just yet. I'm actually thinking about if I should go ahead and put that because the fall is the time where you're supposed to be able to do this stuff, transfer things to the ground, prune, and all that kind of thing. But this weather is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It really feels like we're in wintertime right now instead of fall weather. I never bring figs indoor. It can survive with zero temps for a month. Okay, it can survive with zero temps for a month. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna try my best. I may bring in the little fig tree, little buddy. He's a Chicago hardy, and all of them say that they are hardy to like negative 15 degrees, I do believe. But again, I just want to provide some type of insulation as much as I can. And I'll go out there and water once a month. And I was told they don't even need a lot of water, maybe a cup while they're dormant. So we'll see. We'll see. We had hard freezing for a month around zero. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cold. Pretty cold. And so I'm just gonna see what happens, and we're just gonna go there. But I do know how I'm going to insulate them. I have a bag of leaves. There's leaves all over the ground that I can collect. I'm gonna do that, and then put them in my shed. My mom came down this weekend and helped me. Well, not she didn't come down for this. She came to help us with the my husband's campaigning, and but that turned into all kinds of other stuff. So she is amazing. I'm gonna release a video on that soon. But she really did kind of. I was already getting started, but she kind of chimed in a little bit and gave me some advice about organizing and helped me out in the garden. And so it's kind of dope. I'm excited to share that video with y'all. I love my mom. She's great. She just, it was great. And we got to spend some time. We don't normally spend a whole lot of time together physically in person because we don't live in the same city. And, but I talk to her a lot on the phone and stuff. So, but she makes me happy. I love her. And let's see, when you get them indoors, they'll not produce fruit. Did you ever get fruit on them? No, I did not ever get fruit on them. And I was being told that even though it's a young tree, it will still produce fruit. And I never got fruit. I also only fertilized with fish emulsion. And because I was told to leave them alone. And if I did fertilize, that's all I needed to do. So I just listened. And there's a channel called the Millennial Gardener that I'm really fond of, and he grew really fast. He came in probably, not very long after I did or before I did, but we came onto YouTube and actually started creating content around the same time, and he just blew up. But he has a lot of great information, and I'm so excited for him that I mean, the content is all that. So I've been listening to him a little bit, but he has a fertilizing regimen that he uses, and he fertilized heavily with potash, um, and potassium, and maybe some type of generic synthetic, I don't know, fertilizer. What I can't remember exactly, but he did. I know the nitrogen level was low, but potassium and phosphorus is very high on the fertilizers that he used. So I'm sure that's why he got his the fruit, because almost all of his fig trees that he has were cuttings. And I mean, I watched them from the beginning, like when he first had the cuttings and grew the cuttings over the winter time and planted those suckers in the buckets. So his trees were huge and they were gorgeous, but I mean, literally little twigs, and he got them to fruit in the first year. Um, I have seen many people do this for persimmon and fig and never got fruit. We never get them indoors. My persimmon getting ripe in winter. Well, and yeah, and when people bring them indoors, they want them to go dormant apparently. And so everybody that I've watched so far is trying to put them in a place where it doesn't get much light and they water them once a month. That's what I'm learning so far. And um the persimmon, I've never grown a persimmon, so I don't know about that. I do have my citrus trees indoors. I have a calamundan and I have a Meyer lemon tree, and both of them are indoors, and they will stay indoors the whole winter time because they would definitely die here in zone 6B. It's way too cold, way too cold. And so I bought those in around the time we got the first light frost, so they've been in the house at least 2 weeks already. And I plan to do some propagating with those trees. I'm going to try to master this whole um, creating more trees out of stuff you already have, and or more plants out of stuff you already have. And I kind of want them shaped a certain way, so I know exactly where I'm going to cut. But I'm excited about trying to do that too, and I really want to get good at that. And the portion that I'm cutting is new growth, and there's little buds starting to come out, so little flower buds. So I was like, oh my gosh, I could possibly propagate this Meyer lemon tree, and at least two cuttings is what I'm going to take from it. And hopefully by the time summer rolls around, I have a tree that is established, that has roots. And I should get roots. Somebody said I should get roots no more than 3 months from the time I take the cutting and put it in the soil. So I'm banking on that, and I'm excited about that. And then I may just grow them for a year. I may give them away. I may sell them. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just want to get really good at propagating trees. Um, Let's see. Did you see my fig tree? No, I didn't. I have seen your grapes, and I have seen you. I mean, you really do have a pretty dope garden. Like you do such a great job, and your videos are really good too. I do need to catch up on a few though. I've been really absolutely crazy busy, and but I am getting through everybody's stuff. But you really do have a great channel, Backyard Gardening. So thank you for providing that content. The citrus is doing good indoors. I have almost all varieties of them. It's 30 years. 30 years they've been indoors. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. But yeah, I remember that your grapes blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. Um, Let me see. Okay, good. Well, it says that there's four people in the house. So, hey, everybody else, you don't have to chat with me, but if you would like to, please drop a what's up or something in the chat so I can see who you are. I would love to say hi to you personally. And I wanted to go ahead. I'll do this too. I just The title of the chat was giving thanks and some garden chat and Q&A like we're doing now. But let me stop. And first off, I kind of went into this a little bit, but my mom is probably the most supportive person, and as like a person, not just because she's my mom, but if we were not mother and daughter, um, I would probably be friends with her. Like she definitely has never been my friend. We don't have that type of relationship. People do that, like my mom is my best friend. Well, no, my mom is my mom to me. She's my mother. But we have a great relationship, and the gardening stuff has definitely developed our relationship and allow us to see each other in a different way, I think. And that has been really, really fun to kind of discover stuff about my mom that I didn't know. And so yes, my mom is love. She loves really hard, and that's part of what we have in common. So it's really, but because of that, we get disappointed a lot, and so we're always talking about, if people would just, if people would just, if people would just. But the bottom line is, everybody's not you, and they don't act like you, and they don't do what you do. They don't necessarily think like you do. They don't feel the way you do about certain things. So that's why we were created to be who we are supposed to be. And but we do have that commonality. And then we like to we absolutely love to be in an environment that is well organized, that is there's not a whole lot of foolishness going on, and clean, and it's a struggle being in a house with a 3-year-old and a husband that does not care. They don't mind cleanliness, like they get it, but they just don't, on a day-to-day basis, their behavior is not, well, I should probably pick that up because I put it on the ground, or I should probably pick that up and move it because there's nothing in it anymore, or I should put that in the sink because I'm not using it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we always harp and complain about, raising our families. But one thing I swear, like all my life, I felt like I was just this person that was always organized. And I'm organized. I know where stuff is, but like I can always use new ideas on how to organize things, how to put things in place, different ways to position stuff, to get that to fit in there, or it's like I know what I need and I know what I want, but sometimes it's hard for me to execute it. But my mom is really, really good at that. Like, I'm like, dude, how did you learn that? And she was like, well, I raised 4 kids. And this is what I imagine she would say, that she raised 4 kids and took care of her husband. And, she just, you just learn over time. So I really admire her for that. I don't know if anybody else ever feels that way, but somebody that can really clean and do well, and then on top of that, organize things and make things look really neat and good. Like, so anyway, one thing led to another. And so she just really did do more for me in a day. She only came to visit for a day, but then I could just imagine. And it's like everything that I needed at that time. And I'm just so grateful for my mom, because a lot of people do not have their mothers anymore, or are not close to their moms, or whatever it is. And I don't feel like we've always been the closest, but I but and by that I mean, like, I don't tell her everything. I can't tell her everything. I just but I tell her what I want to tell her, and that's okay. Like, she's never asked me to do something that I didn't want to do or felt uncomfortable doing, as far as telling her stuff. And she's allowed me to just kind of be who I am and live my life. And then, like, whatever I need, she'll try to help. And I just I'm really grateful for that type of relationship. But y'all, when I tell y'all, I was already tired, exhausted. Tired is not even a word. I mean, I don't know why I say that. We just say it so much, but I exhausted. Um, but she came up here to visit. She did some things, and then we ended up going to the garden, and everything just in amount. It's just like amount of minutes, things just changed. And um but she is so strong, and she's so loyal, and she's so compassionate. And like every time I was just watching her, and I could just she was just glowing, because she was just in her element, and she was really enjoying what she was doing. And she did it out of love. I didn't ask her to do anything. And I mean, I helped her. I helped because it's my garden. But it's like stuff that I had on my list to do. It's like she already knew what needed to be done without asking. And she was like, "Well, let's just go and do this." It started out going outside. I'm gonna release this video soon, y'all. But it started going outside just to see, because she wasn't sure if she was growing parsley or cilantro, and I have parsley in my garden, so she just wanted to see what that looked like, and to all this other stuff. So anyway, I'm very, very grateful for my mom, and that she is still alive, and that she's healthy, and that she's well, and we have this relationship with each other. And I'm just so grateful. And I am going to make a point more often to show her that I'm grateful for her. And also, I'm grateful for this community. I really am in a I just can't even explain, but there are a few people that have really been good friends lately. And and I know people in this community are good because of the things that they're doing. So it's leading me to Deborah Christmas. Deborah Christmas and I do not know each other very well. I watch her channel, and she is, I mean, one of the most knowledgeable people that I know of in the gardening community. But as most of you all know, she suffered a loss in her family. Her husband passed away very recently. And there are some people that are coming together to kind of help her, and just comfort her and be there for her, and just show her some love. And I am very grateful to be surrounded by so many people that are very, that don't just give lip service, but are actually, uh, showing there's action in what they're saying, not just they are, ooh, this person is having issues. Y'all should go check them out and wish them well. They are actually working to be there for them, to be a good friend. And so Deborah Christmas, the whole situation is her husband passed, and there are some folks that are working together to make sure that we can just bless her with a gift, a financial gift, whatever you want to do for her. In this time. She didn't ask for it. Matter of fact, I think it was going to be a surprise at first, but then they went and let the cat out the bag. So, but she seems to be very grateful for people just thinking about her in that way and wanting to help. So I just wanted to broadcast that as well, that we all should be very, very grateful that we are still alive, that we are helpful, that we are surrounded by loved ones. And when someone loses a loved one, you may not be able to give $100, but you may be able to give $2. You may be able to give $20, whatever it is, and think about her. She is grieving. Her family is grieving. And not just her, but it just seems like this time of year, we all go through these mixed emotions. A lot of people have lost loved ones. The holidays are starting to boom, 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 come around the corner. And we just got done with Halloween. Not that that's a holiday that we think about our loved ones, but Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that kind of thing comes around. And it's just that time of year. So again, I am just shedding some light. Kudos to the folks that are working behind the scenes to support that sister, and everyone else. Now that you know, if you didn't know, if you would like to give, you can um, just comment below and say you want to give, and I'll try to with your email address, and I'll put you in contact with the people. Or I do know Diva Jones 03 also posted a video about Deborah, and that she was willing to connect people as well. Celeste Nest also has a video posted on her page, with a like the information. It's a donor box, like a Cash App, the social media financial apps or whatever, Cash App, PayPal, all that kind of. Well, this is called donor box. So the link is, she actually did a video and posted it on her page as well. So all those different ways you can give or support that sister, in the best way that you can. So I would just encourage everyone to do that. Let me head over to the chat because I've not been ignoring it, but oh my gosh, just had to get out what I wanted to get out. Hey DD, how you doing? Hi Miss Full Roller, good to see you. Backyard Gardener says welcome. Thank you so much for saying that to them. And girls are too close to their mom. Yeah, yeah, my mom has always been there for me. She attended every band competition that she could. She dropped me off at band practice. She fed me, she clothed me, did all that stuff. Came to every graduation that I've ever had in my entire life, up and all the way to my master's degree. Everything that I've possibly done, that woman has supported me. She may not have agreed with it or may not have understood what I was doing, but she was always down. And I'm very grateful to have that. And yes, thank you so much, DD. Yes, it is a blessing. And um, yes, to have an attentive mom. Yes, it is a blessing to have a mom like my mom. She's amazing. Um, let's see. Y'all are talking to each other good. Bye, Backyard Gardening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Starduster, hey, what's going on? Greetings. Um, okay, she says that she's got a video to do, but she just came in for a little bit. Yes, yes, DD. Miss Deborah Christmas did lose her husband, and she posted a video talking about that on her page as well. So if you want to go check that out, you can. Um, And Starduster said we'll be posting the video on my channel as well for her. So there you go. There's another way you can find out how to give to Miss Deborah Christmas and her family in this time of bereavement. The video has a link to it for donations directly. Yes, to Miss Christmas. So all the donations would go directly to her, not in anybody else's hands, but directly to her. This time of year is very hard. Yeah. And Miss Didi says, I dread August because that's when it starts for me. Okay. Okay. Well, um, yeah, I'm so sorry for your losses as well. And but y'all, it is life. It is life, but it is not easy. It is just not easy to go through. And then year after year after year, you remember, I think the hardest death that I've had to deal with in my life right now is the death of my grandfather. He has been gone for 4 years, and it just feels like yesterday, over and over and over. Like I think about him every day, and it doesn't help, or not that it doesn't help, but I have him on my phone, you know, and that's my home screen. That's my grandfather. I can't even describe to you what he meant to me, and what he still means to me. But it's like one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with. And 4 years later, I feel like it's like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna, you just never really get over it. I don't think that you necessarily have to get over it, but you learn how to cope. You learn how to cope with it. And some days are harder than others. Some weeks are harder than others. Some months are harder than others. But man, it is hard. It is definitely hard. It's something else. So I am there with you, Miss DD. Um, and Miss Full Roller says, I wish I had that kind of, oh, the chat. Okay. I wish I had that kind of mother daughter relationship, but it was not meant to be. Or yeah, and I love my father, but it's kind of the same thing as Full Roller. And he did the best that he could and is doing the best that he can. But that's the best he can do, and it's the best that I can do at this point. So it just is what it is. It just is what it is. But yes, and even with my current friendships, I wish things were different with some of them. Like I really do. There was a lot of time that I invested in this friendship, and a lot of tears and a lot of whatever else. But sometimes people are just in your life for a season. As much as that hurts, and as much as it's not easy to deal with that portion of it, but sometimes it just that's the way it is. And again, I don't think you have to get over it. I just think you figure out how to cope with it. And some days are better than others, and or whatever. But let's see. Dee Dee says my mother and I have a good relationship, but my grandma was my mom. I can get that. I totally understand that. I miss her so much. Yeah, I totally can understand that. I lost my Starduster says I lost my father in July. He was my first loss since my grandparents 20 plus years ago. Wow. So I pray for all's peace. Yes, thank you. And 20 years without a death in your family or someone that's close to you, that is a huge blessing. That is a tremendous blessing. And that's I had all of my great grandparents at one point, all of them, and I had them for many years, and then one by one they started to trickle away. But for the longest, people would ask me all the time, and I'm like, yeah, I still have all my great grandparents on every side, or both sides of the family, my mom and dad. And uh and I thought about that one day. I was like, wow, I really have all my great grand, like not a whole lot of people have that. So yes, that is totally a blessing. Wow, you look just like him. It does get a bit easier with the passage of time. Thank you, Miss Full Roller. I love him. I don't know what that was, but yes, that's my grandfather. That's my mom's dad. My mom's dad. Yeah. So that's why I look like him. Yeah. He's yeah, he was great. Um, let's see. Backyard Garden says bye for now. See you soon. Bye bye. Thank you for coming in. You have a great week too. Okay, Dee Dee. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. Good to see you and hear from you. And no, really, it's good to hear from you. I feel like I have not in a while. We do miss you. I'm sure that you haven't put out any videos lately, have you? I learned too that not with Starduster, but it might have been Starduster. I can't remember. Anyway, you know how you have to just unsubscribe, subscribe because you're not getting notifications and stuff, and that's happened to me lately. So I might be mistaken, but I don't think Dee. But Dee was putting out some videos and content and things. But it's good to see you, Dee, and hear from you. Later, take care, Starduster. Um, Oh, okay, okay, I got it, Dee. All right, that's all right, that's all right. And sometimes you do have to take some time and do it. You know, I don't get paid for this. This ain't a job. That I do it because I want to and I'm willing to. You know, so if you got to take a break, you know, YouTube isn't your whole world. It isn't my whole world. I even though I love y'all and I love being here, but sometimes you got to just do what you got to do. Yeah, yeah. Backyard Gardening says I was a half hour with you. Hope you do the same. I appreciate it. Okay. Blessings to you too. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. So yeah, and then what else was on my mind? Uh thank you so much. I was the picture of the notification that y'all saw was my fall garden. So it's a little bit bigger than I thought, but we did some reorganizing in the backyard. I like it. Um and big points, I guess, right now for the fall garden, my fall garden is that we are getting numerous nights of frost. So trying to figure out ways to protect the little seedlings is one thing. So I've been using trash bags and burlap, and that seems to be working so far for right now. Everything except the peas is covered up, and the collards, the peas have been are well established, so I don't need to do anything else with them. I think that's why they're doing okay. And then the collards were there already. I planted those suckers in the spring, and I guess they sprouted over time and did what they wanted. Some died, some didn't. But they're up and just as perky as they want to be. And excuse me. Let's see. You'll be successful. I'm sure your content is amazing. I love your garden. Thank you so much, Backyard Gardening. Thank you. Backyard Gardening has a pretty dope channel as well. He's very, very knowledgeable. And if y'all are ever trying to grow grapes, and he doesn't just grow grapes, but man, that's what just comes to my mind every time I think about your channel. I'm just like, geez, Louise, mastered it. He mastered it. Um, Oh, thank you. Yes, I do. I do. I sound a little better. I do feel better. I do feel better, tons better. So you know how it just takes a few days for you to kind of get everything back in order. Yeah, and it doesn't help to keep going out in the. But I'm trying to do tea and honey and lemon and ginger and all that stuff you're supposed to do, to get it back. But yes, thank you so much. So I'm protecting the little seedlings with trash bags, putting trash bags over the buckets, burlap over the beds. Um, and that seems to be dealing with it. I don't know how long that's going to help, especially my concern is when it snows. When it snows, obviously the snow will be sitting on top of everything. So, it's like, dang, man, I probably should go ahead and try to build a hoop house. Just get some, I've seen everybody using PVC pipe. I've seen people use noodles. Y'all know the noodles you swim with? You know what I'm talking about? People are using those. I was like, what? Blew my mind. But they're using the noodles and then they're throwing plastic over top. So it creates like a low tunnel. But it's protection. It snows, the snow, but you want it to be pretty stable. When the snow falls, it'll do its thing. And then the low tunnel will stay up. So I'm thinking about all these things. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Bumping up your vitamin C will help too. Okay, thank you, Miss Full Roller. Yes. So I've had some fresh squeezed lemon, orange juice, um, my calamundins. So I was told that my calamundins were overripe. and that I should pick them as they're turning orange, not when they're fully orange. And all I know right now is when they are fully orange, they are sour. Okay. So if nobody knew that, callum onions, when they are all the way orange, they are sour as jacks. They're supposed to be, it's supposed to be more sweet than sour, but I think it just depends on what stage you pick them at. And there's a bunch of them on there, a bunch of callum onions, but they are sour, sour, sour. Um, so anyway, I have picked a few squares them in my teas and stuff, and that helps. And with the honey and stuff, it helps die it down just a little bit. But people use it to make jellies and marmalades and stuff like that. So, um, but I'm excited that I got citrus this year, and I'm still I have like 3 lemons on my Meyer lemon tree, but they're little bitty green things, like barely they're fruits, but they're so little, so that I've got plenty of time before I get to harvest from that tree. What else, you all? What else? What else? How is things going in your garden, Miss Full Roller? How are things going? Anybody? Any concerns right now with how things are growing? How you're going to protect stuff? Are you going to have a garden during the winter time? Are you just trying to see what you can get until winter comes? Girl, I was like, noodles. How in the heck are you going to use them in the garden? No, not food noodles, not spaghetti noodles. The ones you swim with. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, I've seen all kinds of things. They use rebar to, and stick the noodle in and then bend it. Yeah, it's something. It's something else. I was like, wow, never would have thunk it, right? So, let's see. I think that's about all that I had. Um, I'm just trying to still get ideas about exactly how I'm going to protect, the food once the snow comes. Because I definitely don't want. I think I do want to grow as the snowfall, like into winter. I don't want it to just be fall. But the weather right now is just so crazy. So I don't know. I pretty much brought everything in as we got a frost last night, or last Thursday night. Okay. All right. And then I am going to do some indoor gardening. Just a little bit. I did some last winter time and I enjoyed that. And it kind of fixed the like the because I was fiending like I wanted to be in the garden so bad. I was like, come on, warm weather, like hurry up and get here. So it helped to like plant microgreens. I started some ginger indoors last winter. Started some other things like germinated some onion seeds, and that was hard. Germinating onion seeds. Oh my gosh, it was so hard. Like from seed, not from sets, from seed. Um, you haven't come up with how to have a winter garden yet? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. So I'm just like, am I going to let this stuff grow and hopefully I get fruit before it snows? Or do I want to figure out how to build like a small hoop house or two so I can protect everything when it snows? Yeah. I don't know if I want to go that far yet. But this will be last year. Did I have a fall garden last year? I don't think I had a fall garden last year. I can't remember. Um, but it's going pretty good so far. So we'll see. I already have a flower on the peas. So I'm excited about that. The sugar snaps. That's all out. Like y'all know how I felt about them sugar snaps in the spring. I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated that those sugar snaps did not make it. But and so far I'm seeing them little green worms. I don't know where they are, because I haven't seen cabbage moths. So I don't know where they are. Maybe they were in the soil already and they just coming up and munching and going back wherever they want. I don't know. But I have seen them little green worms. But as far as the little green worms, pest pressure has went completely down. I don't have as many white flies anymore. or none of that. So I'm very grateful for that. Tip. Somebody was like, watch out for spider mites and mealy bugs when you bring in your citrus trees and stuff. So I have like little cobwebs on my citrus. So I'm just gonna go through and put some gloves on, whip up some neem oil or put a little neem oil on a like a cloth or something, and just go through the leaves and wash them off, like, or not wash them off, but um, wipe them off like that. And maybe I can get rid of those, if there's any creepy crawlies in there. I wanted to repot citrus, period, and I still haven't done that. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna get to that. Hopefully, I can get to that before the snow comes. But right now, I feel like the tree is okay. I don't feel the roots are not bulging from the soil or anything. So I feel like I'm okay. Um, you did a fall garden update yesterday. Okay, all right. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Um, is it your channel? Let me see. Somebody I was just watching before. I was watching Backyard Garden, but somebody else just watching before that. Let me double check real quick. I hate. Are you searchable on YouTube? Because it don't look like it. Oh, well, maybe if I spell it right, that might help. There you go. Sometimes people are not. No, I didn't. No, it wasn't you. Was it you? No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Iris, Isis Garden Chronicles. Is that what it was called? Yeah. Okay. My bad, Miss Florella. Dang, I did not watch this. No, look at them locks, girl. Oh shoot, I've been missing out. Okay, I got you. I'm about to. So, if you see all these comments, okay, I'm binge watching because I got to. Why have I not ever? Your hair is beautiful. Your hair is gorgeous. Oh yeah, look at that big old sunflower. Oh no, Miss Florella. Okay, I got you. I am down. I totally got you. Have you ever seen her page, Miss Florella? Oh, here we go. Bam. Yeah, there she is. So I'm about to go check that out. Yep, definitely. My bad. Even though I'm one zone south of you. I'm not even going to try growing citrus as I can't bring it in for the winter. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I have to definitely bring it in. I have to. There's not cold hardy at all. I think if temperatures get below 50 or 45 degrees, it's a wrap for the citrus. You got to kind of to bring it in. Still listening, making my mom a smoothie. Ooh, smoothie. What kind of smoothie? I love smoothies. I love them. I need to drink more of them. I had one today. I just had to but I bought it at the store. I don't really like doing that. I like making my own too. I got frozen fruit. That's just laziness, ain't it? I'm gonna call it what it is. It's being lazy. Uh, let's see. Strawberry banana. Got it. Have you ever had pineapple spinach? Oh, good God. So that's my favorite smoothie. So it's frozen pineapple, peaches, uh, bananas, and spinach and water. Whip that sucker right on up, honey. It's delicious. And I like to use frozen fruit because when I get ready to drink the smoothie, it's already cold, right? So honey, that's my favorite one. My favorite one. I like spinach. I can eat spinach and everything, but I do try to mix up the greens because too much of one thing is always not good. So even with your greens, they recommend, the lady that I used to I'm not used to, but I really believe in her product and everything that she offers. Is JJ Smith with a 10-day green smoothie cleanse and or green smoothies for life. Uh, and she um, is talking about, how you should switch up your greens. You need to eat a little bit kale, a little bit of mixed greens, baby kale. I mean, spinach. Don't do all spinach. Don't do all kale. Mix it up a little bit. It's good for your body, just to mix it up. But it's all good stuff anyway. Watermelon is a smoothie is amazing. My husband cut up open a watermelon one time and then blended it all in the blender just for the juice, and then he made popsicles with a little bit of lemonade. He made some lemonade, fresh squeezed lemonade, and made them for a little Bitcoin farmer. They were so good. Oh, they were so good. Um, you said all them videos are old. I don't do them anymore either. Why not? Why not? So the hair videos are old. Yeah, I can see those are old, but you have recent videos. 1 day old, 2 weeks old, 4 weeks old, 2 months old. Okay, I see what you're saying. But girl, yeah. Okay. Well, it don't matter if they old. If I want to watch them, I'll watch them. Yeah, smoothies are a great introduction to getting more greens. I do believe that. Yeah, and um, especially somebody that doesn't like to eat salads necessarily. You don't like the whole. Um, you know, you can still get your greens in that way. Or somebody that doesn't like a whole lot of vegetables. It's good. It serves its purpose. Definitely. Yep. So I'm sitting here playing with this yarn, y'all. Around this time every year, I start crocheting, and I have not been. I don't even have any projects right now, and so I don't know what that's about. Somebody asked me yesterday. She was like, "Oh, do you still do that crochet thing?" I was like, "Yeah, I crochet, but I haven't. I just haven't even thought about it. Ain't that something?" And this is a money maker, y'all. I didn't start out making crochet to make money, but I just posted some stuff one day, and all of a sudden, boom, people are asking. And I was like, okay. So I need to start getting on my game, I guess, so I can get some stuff out there. But this color is pretty, though. I really like this color. You see that color? Yeah. I meant I don't do smoothies anymore. I now eat those greens in a huge salad. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I like salads. I like salads. I do. Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you hanging in there with me, Miss Full and Stardusters listening. And thank you. Yeah, that color is pretty. It's called Jade. I really like that as a name, Jade. Yeah, I like that. So I'll probably do some of this. Maybe I'll do some of this on the live one time. Not talk about crocheting, but just as I'm talking about gardening, do it on the live. But I really like to crochet. Some people call it the old people's. I had a friend was like, please don't turn into an old woman. I was like, what does that even mean? Like, okay, so when we got yarn and we ain't got no lights, electricity, and we out trying to fend for our lives, I can make a blanket. What can you do? That's what I want to know. This is survival skills, not old people skills. Oh goodness. All right. But love y'all. And I will talk to y'all soon. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Peace. Mm, 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 mm.